Good morning. Good morning, wherever you are. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, November the 2nd, and you are here at Barbara's Stamp Pad, and we are going to wrap up page 2 from layout number 45. If you joined me last week, you saw me demonstrate page 1 using our new framed florets bundle along with some designer series paper and the little embellishments and some other things. But welcome. Welcome. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. And I bring you pre-recorded videos on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for scrapbook page layouts. And this week we are wrapping up layout number 45 using our framed florets bundle. And if you are not familiar with this particular suite of products, it just became available yesterday, and it contains the framed florets bundle, the designer series paper, the embellishments, and a framed and festive stamp set. I showed all of that in last week's video. Just so you know, the framed florets bundle is something that's going to continue in our next mini catalog, but everything else, the framed and festive stamp set, the designer series paper, and the little embellishments, those are going to be basically while supplies last. It's scheduled to be available through January the 4th, I believe, but if it's popular, it could sell out. And so just keep that in mind. So if you enjoyed today's demonstration or even last week's and you've seen this paper, it's gorgeous. You'll want to make sure you get your hands on some, because when it's gone, it will be gone. And so let's get started. Before I do, we need to do a drawing for last week, and let me share my screen, but let me also bring and show you this card really quick. Let me bring it up a little bit so you can see some of that embossing. I felt like it would be easier just to show it right here, but when I do the wheel, the price for the drawing is going to be a kit in order to make this particular card. And I chose this card because there are lots of things that I can do for you in the kit. And the only thing I can't do is the stamping. So if you want that particular sentiment, then obviously you'll have to get the framed florets stamp set so that you can stamp that, but you can totally substitute it for something else as long as the sentiment fits inside there. And what I'm going to do is it actually be a kit that will be enough to make 2 of these cards. So I hope you like this. But also, this is one of the 4 cards for the monthly online ordering special. Let me just show you those really, really quick. There's the other card. Here's that card. And then with this month, because we have framed and festive stamp set, there's a bonus card. Okay, so when you place your order of $35 or more through the 15th of November on my online store, which all of the links are in the event description, so you want to make sure you go check out the event description for any upcoming events that I have going on, as well as the options to get these cards as a class kit to go, or how you can get them for free, get the kit for free. And the kit will actually be enough supplies to make 2 cards of each of the cards that I've shown you today. So let me leave that there. Let me get my screen share happening. I hope you all are having a great day wherever you are. This video is pre-recorded, just so that you know. And I am streaming to both Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching me from YouTube, thank you very much. If you enjoyed today's demonstration and you want to be in the know for future videos, then you'll want to make sure you subscribe and then also turn on your bell notifications so that you know when I go live. So let me shuffle these a few times. Good luck to everyone. If you're watching for the first time, I do weekly drawings, and these are all of the people that watched last week's video, that liked the video, made a comment, or shared. I felt like I had something crawling on my arm, but it was just a loose hair. Okay, I think that's enough shuffling. Let's spin this wheel. Where's my sound? My sound, let's see if my sound pops up. There it is. My bubbling sound. Who's the lucky person? It's Bev Hassel. And look, I'm just writing this down so I don't forget. But congratulations, Bev. Bev actually, let me stop sharing. Bev actually is one of my mods on my channel. And so congratulations. So let me set that aside. All right, let's get started. Let's get started on page 2. But before I get started on page 2, I need to scoot that over because I kind of put these out already a little bit just to help speed up the process a tad. But I want to line up page 1 and 2 because I need to line up my cardstock. And I'm going to stand up to do this. I thought it would just help to get them lined, put out a little bit. All right. Make sure that sticks. And let me put this piece up first. It's the largest piece. Let's scoot that down a little bit. Come on, let's see. Let's try and make sure it lines up. Okay, got a little go, and then everything else will follow down below. Okay, what we got going here, I want to make sure it does actually line up. Yep, okay, but let me put this piece on first because this piece is going to be, I want the scallop to go over this piece. I don't even remember how I put together page 1 now that I think about it. But definitely this one has to line up. I know that. I know that for sure. Okay. So let's get that down. And while I'm doing this, I have to let y'all know that I got 2 more babies. And they are so cute. If you follow my San Antonio foster kittens page, you've seen pictures of them. I'm still trying to determine if their genders are correct on their paperwork. But they're so wiggly right now that when I look at their back end, I'm really trying to line this up, you guys. All right, we're just going to go with that. I put that piece down first because this piece has a scalloped edge to it. I used the contour scalloped die, the actual scallop die, to get that going across, so that when I put that down, it covers that piece. If y'all know if you see what I'm trying to do. Why does that look like it's out of place? It's okay. That part will get covered up. Anyway, so yeah, I got a couple of babies today, and they are brother and sister. One of them is one of them's white. She looks like she could be Siamese, which is kind of odd because the brother is like a brown, or like a gray tabby. And so that is crooked. What is crooked about that? That is crooked. Now that I stood up to look at that, that is like so crooked. Like it's going down. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can pull it back up. I knew something didn't look right about that. Oh, it's going to rip. Oh, I don't want it to rip. But that is like way too crooked, even for me. Yeah, it's like, I know y'all can hear that. Let me turn that up just a little bit there. All right. That looks a lot better. It's not like completely straight, but that looks so much better. Okay, I can deal with that. But hopefully this will help cover some of that up. Anyway, they are good eaters, which is good. There we go. I'm not worried about that little gap right there because the ribbon that I'm going to put on there is going to cover that up. Okay. And then let me put this bottom piece on. But yes, they're good eaters. And I caught the little white one over by the litter box. And I wasn't expecting them to be litter box trained. But, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move that. I didn't expect them to be litter box trained. But the little white one was messing around in the litter box. And she was just going to do a tinkle. And where's my ribbon? Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Anyway, she was doing a tinkle in the box. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oops, it's not coming out. So that's good. That tells me if I go in there and put a little piece of soiled like tissue or something in that section where she went and pottied, that they'll continue to go in that section because they smell, you know, they smell their business. This is crooked. It's driving me nuts. Why does it keep, like, am I looking sideways and that's why I'm putting things down crooked? I want to make it right. There we go. And see, I'm not making it right. I'm trying to use these boxes as a guide. There we go. All right. Don't move. Don't move. All right. And then I have this little strip right here. It's not really a little strip, but I have this strip that I want to put on there. And I didn't do, last week, I didn't show you how I colored some of the images, and I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to use that right there. I don't want it to be that high. I want it to be about halfway through. There we go. Okay, now let me get rid of this so that I can just focus on, and let me zoom in just a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna take this off. Clip that real quick. That's frayed ribbon. It's just doing its job. All right, so what am I going to do next? We're going to use a combination of that and that. And I forgot to get my dimensionals out. So we are going to put this oval down. This is going to be like for a This could be either like for a journaling box, or it could also be a picture. But we're going to put this down. That looks like the center. Does that look like the center? That looks like the center. Okay. We're just going to go for it. And then let me get some glue dots. We're going to put this down. You know what? I'm not going to use glue dots. I'm going to use glue just because it'll be a little easier. But I can't be too heavy on the glue. Come on. Come out. There we go. Come on. It's hard not to get heavy, and this is Night of Navy cardstock, so we don't want the glue to show up too much through these little holes. Of course, it'll dry clear. Go, and then a little bit over here. All right, so I got a little bit around everything, and this is going to go directly over. That way, this sticks to the cardstock. And then you've got this raised oval in balmy blue. All right, and then now I also have our die cuts. These are part of the die cuts that come from the dies that are part of the bundle. Okay, and let's get this down. We're going to put down, let's put down the white ones first. I don't know, there's something about putting vellum on top. I'm going to put that right there. And then we'll put the vellum one over that one. Just kind of at an angle a little bit. And then I'm going to put a glue dot back behind here just to help hold that down. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on this other corner, or this other side. It's not really a corner, Barbara, if it's round. Okay, there we go. We'll do that one. And then I have my vellum one. Vellum over that, and then let me get another glue dot and put under there. That was the dog. Did y'all hear that? She's sleeping and she let out like a whimper. All right, and then I went ahead and I did several of these. I'm just going to use a couple of them, but I didn't make these a little rough around the edges there. I'm just kind of fluffing up. These are stamped and die cut images, and let's put one there, and let's fluff this one up. Oh, I think I did the bottom one. Just talking to myself, guys. And I'll put a dimensional on the back of that one. Okay, put that one right there. And then these are going to go on the bottom. Okay, dimensional. And then the smaller one. There. Okay, so we have kind of like a focal point on this particular page, and then I also have, I've got a couple of mats, nothing fancy, just a couple of pieces of basic white cardstock where we can put a couple of photos on the left and the right. Yes, I am just here to give you some inspiration for your scrapbook page layouts. I can't get this on. There we go. So if you are replicating this, let me make sure that's at least in line. Yeah, that looks about right. Let me make that straight a little bit. Go. Okay, that's gonna work. That'll work. Then we're gonna move it up a little bit. And last week I had die cut 3 of these squares. And let me bring that up so you can see. These other mats don't have it because those were just simple cardstock cuts. But this one did have a little design around the edge. And I'm going to pop this one up with dimensionals. There will be a supply list posted for you. So if you are looking to see all of the supplies that I used in order to put this together, you can check out the supply list. Now, the supply list won't have measurements or anything like that. That will be on a separate tutorial list that is available for my VIP group. And if you want to know how to get on my VIP group, when anyone places an order with me or attends any of my paid events, there is a special private blog that I will give you access to, which houses all of the scrapbook page layouts that I've ever done. And what they contain is this, not just the supply list, but also like the measurements and things like that, so that you know how to completely replicate them if you wanted to. All right, so I put that up on dimensionals, and I wanted to show you how easy it was to color these. For those of you that haven't seen our blends in action, we have Stampin' Blends that are, it's what I used to color the little flowers. So I stamped and die cut those flowers. But this one is dark balmy blue, and I want to show you how easy it is. And let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see. Okay, let me bring that into so that you can actually see what I'm doing in the bottom right hand. So I'm just going to, I like to do my outlines first, just because it helps me when it comes to filling in. It's kind of what we learned when we were just starting to learn how to color, huh? Do your outline and fill it in the middle. And then I'm going to go around the middle part because that's going to be a different color. Look at that. Look at how easy that is. These are alcohol blends. And when you stamp and color with these, you want to make sure you use our Memento ink. And then this one is Light Evening Evergreen. And I think that's the same one I used on page 1. Pretty sure. It looks really dark, but it's light. Just gonna color these leaves. Oh, that's really dark. The dog is like snoring right now. I don't know if y'all can hear her. Let me get these little tiny ones. This is how easy it is to use our blends and color our images that could use coloring. Just get that little bit right there. And we're almost done. I think I know I had the little embellishments here. It just colors the center. Get how easy that was. And now I have a flower that I can use on my layout. So let me bring this back and let me zoom back out a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what I did with my embellishments. All right, let's pop this up. I'm going to pop that up, and I'm going to put this particular image on this bottom right-hand corner, just like that, just to help put something right there. With the extra ribbon that I had left over from last week, this is the the white. My mind just went blank. The white. Let me see what it's called. I totally went blank. My mind totally went blank, you guys. This is the white crinkled seam binding ribbon. I was wanting to call it something else, but I'm glad I went to go look just to make sure. I don't know why I forgot this, the name of this. But anyway, this is the crinkled seam binding ribbon that I had left over from last week. And all I did was I used the light. It was either the light or the dark. I can't remember. It was probably the dark, Night and Navy and Evening Evergreen, and just gave it some color. Okay. And we're going to put that on get a glue dot on there. And we are going to put this right here. Okay. I decided to try to find a center point to use on that. And I've got the last three, these last three that I stamped and die cut. I want to use these as well. So I'm going to just rough those up a little bit. That just keeps them, what I'm doing is just kind of ruffling up the edges so that they don't lay down as flat. This is totally optional. But if y'all watch me, y'all know I like to ruffle up my little edges there just to give it some extra dimension. Okay, and we're going to put one right here. That's just to cover up that unfinished edge there. I didn't want to do a whole lot, but I'm going to put that one kind of behind there. I can't get too far off the page because I don't want it to interfere with getting into an album. Okay, and then this little third one's going to go right there. And trying to figure out what I did with my embellishments. Hold on just a minute. Found them. I found them. And I'm going to do what I did on page 1. I actually took the Stampin' Blends and let me give this some color. It just helps tone down the goldness of it. And these, by the way, are gold adhesive back swirls is what they're called. So you can use our blends. It doesn't like completely cover up the color of the gold, but you can still see a little bit through it. It just helps tone them down. Oops, tone them down a little bit. Did I just, what is that? Okay, let me do this one. I think that one came off the little glue dot, and I actually like just painted the glue dot. Okay, I think that's good. All right, I need to put some on here. Let's put one. Put one right there. Coloring them is totally optional, totally. But this just helps take the, I'll go ahead and put it right there. We'll just stick that up there. I put that one way up there. And we are done. We are done. And I'm just going to move some things off to the side. That way, let me zoom back out. And let me take this banner off so that we can see. There's the banner. Let's hide that there. Let me zoom out. I'll get a little bit more. There we go. I think I'm still going to have to move my camera up. So let me bring back page number 1. Let me put these side by side, and then I may have to move my camera up so you can see both of these at the same time. There we go. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. So there you have it. There is layout number 45, pages 1 and 2, using our framed florets bundle. What do you think? Why does it look sideways? There we go. Looks a little better. Lots happening there. On page 2, I purposely left this little spot open. If you are replicating this, you can totally put another mat right there. Or if you have like letters, like some of our large letters that a die or maybe a stamp set or even the alphabet stamp set, and you want to put something right here to give your layout like a title, you could totally do that. So I purposely left that open, but like I said, there's plenty of room for another one of these square mats, or even another one of these other mats, maybe turned horizontal if you move this one over a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed this particular layout. Once again, this is a framed florets bundle. It's also my monthly class kit to go, and I showed you the cards. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Make sure you enjoy this beautiful weather. Make sure to check on your elderly neighbors, but most of all, make sure